pho by ourselves all the way in the corner. I'm trying here. I'm trying to do things that are really uncomfortable for me. I mean, better that you have a freezer view than people in the background. So, yeah, I was gonna take it to go. They're like, are you gonna take it to go? I'm like, no, it's just gonna be me by myself. So hopefully you can hear me. Otherwise, we're just gonna be eating and not talking. But I'm in the Pikachu. I'm so uncomfortable right now. Thank you. I mean, it's 2025. I could totally be on FaceTime, right? I mean, we're FaceTiming each other right now. So this is like me going to dinner with a friend. How are you? We're catching up. Oh, I really like chili oil. This one's kind of, in my opinion, this is the best pho in the city. Once it's posted, I'll probably just link it down below. This one and another one, but that one's closed on Tuesdays. Why do I always crave pho on a Tuesday? I have no idea. Most of the places that serve pho are closed on Tuesdays. I don't know if it's just a cultural thing or what it is, but we're currently waiting for crab rangoon and spring rolls. But yeah, I can't believe I'm doing this. You know, get out of our comfort zones. Who is this person with her Pikachu shirt on? So yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but oh yay, here come my spring rolls. I love your shirt. She has like a yin yang cat, black white cat shirt, spirit animal. Spring rolls. It's really affordable here too. The only thing is it's cash only. Also, I don't have manners, so this is how I eat in public. Hello, Krishan Kumar. I don't know if you guys are like double dippers, but there's no one else here but me. No. Yeah, this is it. Oh man, I missed you so much. You guys, Elmer's my G, okay? The way I talk to you is the way that I would talk to Elmer. Dude, I hope you're doing okay. For real, I think about you often. Hoping you're doing well. I'm like, I wonder what Elmer would have to say about this, you know? So, what's up, dude? How you been, dude? Bro, let me tell you. It's been like, good. So I guess this is like me going to dinner with Elmer since we can't go to dinner with each other. I'm choking. Hello. Elmer's like a good family friend. I'm sorry, Krishan. I'll try and translate that later, but I have no idea. You look great. It's a Pikachu. Thanks, Lazaro. You're always like super supportive. But yeah, Elmer, tell me how things are going. Like, well, don't. But I heard that there's like 5 people. So I'm not gonna tell you guys how I know him, but basically I was helping him out in a situation, and now there's like several people helping him out. But I ran that shit. And now there's like they need 5 people. I talked to Lino still, so. Lino's our mutual friend. It's crazy. But no one can do it like me. They need 5 people to have replaced my ass. One person did that shit. Sayonara, bitches. Thank you, Elmer. Yay! Thank you. Crab rangoons. It's so crazy, right? Like, you don't even think about the amount of people that, it's gonna sound bad, but that you touch on a day-to-day basis, Actually, someone reached out to me saying that someone was looking for me at PetSmart. It was a client. If y'all don't know about PS, it's a whole thing. But yesterday she sent me her number, and she's like, she misses you. And I'm like, wow, I forgot about that lady. And R.I.P., her dog passed away. The last time that I bathed her dog, that was the last time I bathed him, and then he passed away like a week later, and that's when I quit. So sometimes I'd be thinking, like, it's so easy for your mind to think of the negative, but you don't even think about random people that you really, I did keep that shit locked on myself. It's unbelievable. What are you eating today? Pho, crab rangoon, and spring rolls, all by myself. Let's cue that. All by myself. Well, I'm with you guys. So we're treating it like we're going out to dinner, and I'm catching up with you guys. Normally, this place is packed. It's gonna get packed. So I'm all in the corner by myself, by the fridge. Because, great backgrounds. But Elmer, I'm so glad you're doing, I dipped it in the wrong sauce. I'm so glad you're doing well, bro. But just know that when I'm talking to the camera, I have you in mind, bro. Because I would only see him like once a week, once every other week, maybe sometimes like once a month. So we would always like sit and chat for like an hour and a half. But Elmer's honestly one of the realest people you'll ever meet in your life. Like, for real. I hope your family's doing well. I hope your kids are doing well. If you don't stick around, it's okay, Elmer. You don't have to say bye. But just know that you're one of the people, one of the real ones that has like truly, like touched my heart. So are you. It was funny because like one day I was just talking about my YouTube. He's like, you gotta tell me your YouTube. I was like, no, bro. I'm glad I did though, because now he can stay in touch with me and see what I'm up to. Dinner is the most important snack of an American person. Honestly, yes, but it's different for everybody. I prefer lunch, but I actually save my lunch appetite to go to dinner with you. Spring rolls done. We're waiting for our pho with extra noodles. But yeah, they don't skimp here. What is this? 6? I can't count. 6 crab rangoons. And you guys, this is all probably gonna be under like $40. When Jonathan and I came here, we got pretty much the same thing and we paid like $50 for both of us. It's so affordable. But yeah, things are good. Crab rangoon. I got that from another mukbanger. Crab rangoon. Some of the shit that I watch just gets in my head, so I'm not stealing anything. I'm just repeating things. I'll always give credit. But sometimes, like, thinking about Elmer, I thought about all the places I had been before where I just had to leave. You had to do better for yourself. And there were so many places like that. Like, jobs are a lot like relationships, and sometimes you don't realize how bad it is until after you leave, And even though I truly appreciate that time and meeting people like Elmer, I had to do what was best for me, Hot. Hot. It really is. I'm really grateful that I had the opportunity to be at that place that I was at during that time. And now we're on the greener pastures. I hope you know who's still treating you well. I won't say the name. Tell him I said hi. Yes. Good, good, good. Crunchy, crunchy. Thank you, Elmer. I appreciate you watching, so I appreciate your support. I appreciate you talking highly of me. I always talk highly of you. I'm always like, WWED, what would Elmer do? Maybe that you say, fuck that shit. I don't have a straw, but yeah, I do. Appreciate you, Elmer. I appreciate you more. So yeah, this is one of my favorite pho places. Via Taste. I'm very grateful that they're open on a Tuesday. Some of the best, if not the best, pho in the city. Well, it's technically not in the city, but it's like on the outskirts of the city. Is this one another place? But that place is closed on Tuesdays. I'm probably gonna save the rest of this. I'm a thoughtful wife and I save food for my husband. I came in here, they're like, are you taking to go? I'm like, no, just me by myself. Can I sit in the corner? Me by myself with Pikachu, sitting in the corner. Crazy. This is lovely. But you know what? Cardi B actually influenced me. You can't let fear hold you back. Thank you so much. Piping hot. I'm glad you guys get a good view of this. Sometimes I want to bring in like my big ass purse and just steal the bowls and utensils, but only because the restaurant ones always find the best ones. And you know how to get extra noodles. Well, this is probably not a good idea. Usually what I do is I save the extra noodles and I can just like take it to go. But we're gonna make this spicy. Wow, Joseph, go fuck yourself. Have a great day. Again, we hold on to the positives, not the negatives. It's funny, it's like, it's a mukbang channel. Like, why are you here then? In trying to lose some height, seeing those crushy stuffs is quite hard. Well, you know what? I am pretty good with what I've been eating. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not stuffing my face at night, like what I eat. Like, I do intermittent fasting, you know? I have not been gaining weight. I haven't been losing weight. I'm maintaining and sustaining, and I'm happy and healthy. See, there's nothing you guys can say about my physical appearance that hasn't already been said to me throughout the years. I'm damn near 40 years old, and I'm married, I'm happy, and I'm healthy, and I have my family, and I don't know none of y'all, and I'm damn near sure, oh, that's okay. You're the reason why people don't want to go outside. Pho, the Vietnamese ramen, yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, it's so funny. Like what I was saying to you guys is like once you get older, you really do stop caring less and less what people think as far as like your looks go. Thank you, Elmer. I'm so glad because you obviously know who I really am. Elmer actually knows me. You don't have to explain yourself or defend yourself because the real ones know. Thank you, Lazaro. Yeah, it's tough. Like, it is tough losing weight. I mean, look at the society that we're in, too. I mean, I'll be honest. I was thinking about this. Last year in August, Jonathan and I were doing really, really good. We were working out. We were losing weight. We weren't smoking. And then we went back, you know? And it happens all the time. You know, life is not perfect. It's a roller coaster. I was like, man, I miss smoking. No, I haven't gone work out. But, you know, we're doing the best we can with what we got. But I do want to get back to that, like the healthier habits and all that stuff as far as like consistently working out. Honestly, I have no idea how I did it because my schedule was like way busier too. But you know what? I'm a firm believer that you can eat what you'd like. You just have to do it in moderation and small proportions. You can't limit yourself. I mean, you can, but... Ideally, in my head, I would love to like become this like super healthy person and like, you know, keto with you guys and show you, you know, the journey of like the weight loss and everything. But this is real life. We're gonna go out to dinner and sit down and have a good time over some nudes. You know, it's so funny, you guys. Throughout my life, especially in high school, when I went to an all-girls school and it was all competition, so many, especially girls or even guys, would be like, oh, you're so fat, oh, you're so this, oh, you're so ugly, oh, you have this, like, seriously put me down. I look back on those photos, I was bomb as hell. Like, I still am, but like, I was like, why'd I ever let anybody try and tell me who I was? And what? Even if I was all those things, does that make you less than? It doesn't. It makes you less than because you're that insecure ass person to put other people down. Thank God you're here, Elaine. Can you please kick out the trolls? Honestly, the good ones make my day. Thank you so much for your constant support, being ride or die since day one. Thank you, Elaine. I appreciate you so much. We're eating pho at a restaurant by ourselves. It's like so out of our comfort zone, but I've done it before. So I'm not completely hella awkward. Just normal awkward. You know what's funny though is that I realize is that in life, when anybody says anything, they want a reaction from you. You know, they want that. It feels powerful. We look alike. Oh my God, I have so many fucking doppelgangers out there, y'all. And that's great. I can't really see you though, so I don't know if you're being facetious, but it's fine. Elaine's here to kick out the trolls. Hey, Lisa. Oh my God, Libra Gang. Thank you so much, Lisa. Lisa, Elaine. Everybody who's a ride or die. I'll be honest though, me and my friends, I will say, at least in my, not culture, but my generation with the people that I grew up with, a lot of us, I don't really talk to them anymore, but I can think of one specific person. We have like, I don't want to say that I have like full-fledged body dysmorphia. I don't anymore, but like I said, I'll see myself a certain way and like other people will see me, but I can only judge myself through the eyes of myself. You know what I mean? But all the times that have people have called me beautiful or gorgeous or whatever, I've never really listened to them. Like I've only listened to like the negative ones. But I know I have a beautiful heart and a beautiful soul, and that's what counts. Not with everybody though. I treat you how you treat me. So listen, babies and animals love me, and that's all the people that I need. That's all. They're not even people. That's all that I need. Like you know, you're a real one when the animals. Thank you, Lisa. I truly appreciate you. I truly appreciate you. Because you know what? There was a time when I was younger, I couldn't even leave the house to go to the corner store without putting on a full face of makeup. And nowadays, we're embracing our natural beauty, our natural curves, our natural weight, our natural hair, our natural skin, our natural nails. I'll tell you, I stopped going to get pedicures, and I'm taking a break with my nails. But pedicures, they actually mess up your toes. It's been like several months since I've gotten one, and my toes, I've been taking care of them myself. They're so much better. I feel like the pedicure places will give you nasty stuff that I don't want to talk about what we're eating. We still have our pet. Oh my god, I didn't even use like any of the limes and stuff. Foul moves, foul moves. So yeah, it's like we're going to dinner with each other. I always used to go to dinner with my friends, y'all, all the time. And then we just got older and people started having lives. But I would always catch them up with the tea, and you know, I'd be like, what's going on with you? Oh, nothing, same old, same old. But you know what? I realized that I don't really talk to a lot of people. So the way that I want to talk to y'all is as if I'm having a conversation with like an old friend or God or my late brother, you know, like somebody you haven't seen in years. You're like, what the fuck have you been up to? You're like, well, listen to this fucked up shit. Wait. I think it's basil. Yes. This is brisket pho. And then bean sprouts. Oh, and then we can't forget the jalapeno. Whew. But yeah, I mean, we've come a long way, and we're just going in a longer way. And that's what's crazy. It's like we're just learning, growing, and evolving. I know, it's so cliche, but true, right? Can I tell you guys a story about my late brother, Rich? First of all, did you know that the nickname for Richard is Dick? Talk about a lifetime of missed opportunities, because he was definitely an asshole. The best asshole. The best, but a dick no less. No worries, Lisa. You don't have to say goodbye. I'm glad you stopped by. I asked for action nudes. So as I was saying, the late Dick. I think I told you guys that my boss actually knew him, which is a small world, and she's like, oh my god, I always thought he was so movie star handsome. Like, all of my family is beautiful, but my brothers, it was always like it was the three of them, and then no one really liked the first one, and then everybody like gawked over Richard and Kevin. I feel like Richard was like the handsome, regal one, and then Kevin was like the cute, like, fuck boy. You know, like he was just like ruthless. So even though Richard was very, very handsome, he also had body dysmorphia, and he never saw himself like that at all. Like, and then at the very end, he gained so much weight. He was like 300 pounds. It was really sad. But he would always talk shit to me. He would always say some shit about my body, or he'd be like, you have a double chin. Like, I always thought he meant double chin was like this, but like he meant this part. And I've always had that since I was little, but I didn't know what he was talking about. And then I would take it. I'd be like, shut up. you're fat and ugly. And then he'd be like, and then he'd walk off and fuck off for like 10 minutes. And he'd come back and be like, you know, I was just kidding that you're not fat or ugly, right? And I'd be like, yeah. And he'd be like, so do you think I'm fat and ugly? I'm like, are you fucking serious? That's how he was. Every time. Every time. I would take it. And I'd be like, shut up, daddy. It would piss him off so much. I miss him. I miss his laugh so much. I miss him a lot. I'm not gonna cry on my fault. So my oldest brother, he's always been like a dad to me. So he doesn't count when I talk about these stories, but my brothers, Richard and Kevin, they were always like really fucked up in the head. Explains a lot. But they would always make comments about my body and be like I remember Kevin would be like, grow an ass. I'd be like, why the fuck are you looking at my ass? And then I grew an ass. And he was like, your ass is too fat. What? Why are you even looking at me like that? Or my brother Richard would be like, oh, your titties are like watermelons. Like, this is the shit that my own brothers would say, you know? Or my step-grandpa, who isn't even my biological grandpa, would be like, in front of my whole family, I told you guys the story before, it stuck with me forever. He's like, Ashley, middle name. He's like, you're only beautiful from here up. I had no response to that at 12 years old. I would be like, well, good thing it's on the inside that counts. Shit. I'm sure you can't say the same. I hope he's rotting in hell, because that's definitely where he belongs. I wouldn't know. That's what I'm talking about. I didn't know that was like a normal thing. It is, and it stuck with me forever. But the worst part about it is that it was like a movie scene. I was at the end of the table, and he was at the other end. And this was at a restaurant in front of my whole family. And he just says out of nowhere, like a broken record, he says that. And no one said a damn word, you guys. I mean, the silence spoke. I mean, I had no response because I was 12 years old. Even younger. And I'm just like, I like, it's always been so tough being a woman in society, of being judged by how you look, and it's never good enough. You either you don't have an ass or you do have an ass. You're too fat, you're too thin, you're too this, and it's like, I'm just good being who I am. But that's what's crazy to me is like, I'm slow in the sense that when somebody's insulting me, I'm like, is this actually happening? And I think everybody was just so sidetracked that they didn't know what to say, and no one defended me. But my cousin held me in the parking lot when I was crying my eyes out. No one did a damn thing, Elaine. Not even my grandma, honestly. And like, I wish I could go back and like do things differently so much. I don't think I ever saw him again, honestly, after that. I should have just been like, I never want to see him again. But my family is so fucked up that like, they're emotional. Like, they don't realize that like, they go through like emotional, not abuse, but you know what I mean? Where they'd be like, no, you have to keep seeing them. Like, no one ever honored my boundaries. Like, if I could have just been like, no, I never want to see that guy again. Thank you, Elaine. And I think that's why I look back, and I look back on moments like that, and I'm like, I know we were all sidetracked and there was nothing to say, but it was a different world back then too, you know? Not defending it, I'm just saying, like, if you were to say that in this day and age, his ass would have gone to jail. Talk about a backhanded compliment, you know? But yeah, I don't want to say everybody's put me down in my life. There's people who have lifted me up, you know what I mean? But like I was saying, it's always easier to focus on like the negative things that people have said to you throughout your life. But it's like, why? Why tear somebody down? Just to make yourself feel better. People are afraid to step out of their comfort zone in a lot of different ways. In so many different ways. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm just thinking, like, that's when I try to tell you guys in videos, like, there's so much stuff I have to tell you. Like, there's just so many little intricate, like, things where I've experienced complex PTSD. And just like one traumatic thing after the other, or just like feeling like, and I think that's why I've grown up out of the victim mentality, but seeing it with my mom and how she was ostracized from her family and she always felt like everyone was out to get her, that's where I got it from. And now I'm getting to the point where when I was 28 years old, I realized that I was the problem, that's not everybody else. But it's tough when you're trying to grow and then you're hearing your own family members talking so poorly about you. I would die for them. Well, you're a good person, Elaine. Not everybody's like you. Crazy. What did you do for your birthday, Elaine? So I was telling you this. Thank you. I had a really cool moment to focus on the positive. So one of my favorite music artists of all time is named Yeek, Y-E-E-K. I believe he's from California. He's Vietnamese American. So to make a long story short, I saw him this past weekend and I grabbed his attention and he put the camera on me and I was like, hi. He like gave me a little like half heart. So that's all I needed. And then I left. That's always a good birthday too. Right? Yeah, and somebody who's not even a blood relative, and even if they were, I think that would. Ooh. Thank you, Elaine. I was like, I could die happy. I don't ever have to see Yeek again. I want to, but I don't ever have to see him again. I was like dancing, you know. So I was on the balcony. It was like a movie scene. Everything's like a movie scene. The lights with the steamer coming on. And then all of a sudden these bitches come kill my vibe. And I was trying not to pay attention. I'm like, whatever. But you could just feel the energy was weird. They left. Then other people came. And then we were just like dancing all together, everything. And then everybody left. And then Yeek comes out. And I'm just dancing, vibing. Oh my God. It was so much fun. It was just so much fun because he was at like a festival. So no one really knew who he was. Oh yeah, time of my life, Elmer. Like I realized I haven't held back. I haven't held back in life where I like to have fun. I like to go do things. You know what I mean? I like to go see concerts, and it doesn't matter how old you are or what you look like or what you're dressed like. Go out and have a good time. And I feel like that was the universe rewarding me a little bit. You know? I don't know. Like, and someone was like, well, what if he deletes it? I'm like, I don't think he'll delete it because no one else in the crowd was really a fan. No one else really knew who he was. Elmer, I'm doing it for you, bro. I'm always like when I went to Lollapalooza, I was like, I'm doing this for Elmer. I'm doing this for Elmer. Like, I'm doing it for people like Elmer, you know? Like, you can't let fear hold you back. And hence how I'm here in public and it's getting more and more crowded, eating in the corner, talking to y'all. Elaine, you can dance the night away at home. Dance like no one's watching. Just so you know, Elmer, I feel like you're like my guardian angel because I'm always feeling like, what would Elmer do in a situation? Woo. Chair dance? That is not... Chair dance. Oh, like just dancing in a chair? I was like, what are you doing? What is your occupation these days, Elaine? I just want you guys to know I'm having a ton of fun. I know that this, looking back, will look like a lot more fun. It's not as awkward because I've done this before. And for anyone who knows, we're FaceTiming. Yes! We're getting paid. We're getting paid to talk to ourselves. Oh, Elaine. Just move your body. Make the fella go. See? This weird girl dancing by herself in the corner talking to herself. Yeah, we're crazy. We're loca. Oh, I'm sorry, Elaine. I'm glad you're still alive. Count your freaking blessings. And I'm glad that you're taking care of yourself because you have told me. Whew. Honestly, I always have baby fever whenever I see babies, and there's just like really cute baby. Oh my god. Snack attacks. Hey girl. Amen. Honestly, Elaine's the real one. She actually, the way that I saw her was she was, I don't want to say you're talking shit, but you know who. You remember. I don't even think he's in here, but I'm just going to say it. But you know the name. You're like, stop talking to this creep. And I like had to like come to the defense, and I was just like, guys, like stop fighting. But he hasn't been here in a while, and you have, so that's what counts. It's always a slippery slope when it comes to subscribers. Like, I love y'all, I do. But anytime that I've like tried to get like super close to one, like break the wall, it's usually gotten awkward. I don't know, male or female. I don't know what it is. Like sometimes I just feel like I'm always the one like making more effort. But in that situation, we were like emailing each other back and forth, and then he was just like going on a tangent about like super religious things, which is fine. I'm pretty religious too. But it was like one of those things that like I couldn't really rebuttal or like say anything, so I just kind of let it go. You think so? I feel like that too, but do you think that first impressions are not always everything? Snack attacks, my day is going lovely. I came here to this pho restaurant before it got packed, but it's usually packed, and now it's getting packed because we draw in the crowd, and that's okay. So we're in the corner and talking to ourselves with y'all by the freezer, and it's okay. Yeah, I just feel like I used to think like that I used to be a good judge of character, but so many times people will surprise me, like when the mask falls off, in good and bad ways. Right. So it happens. Because I'll be honest, I lost my trust in myself and my intuition when I was wrong often. But I don't think that's our fault when you're being presented and you feel one thing and then they just flip and turn out to be a psychopath. It hurts. And you're like, oh wow, I thought I was so spot on. But that is a psychopath. Somebody who just conceals something until the mask comes off. It's crazy. Like, you really don't know somebody, y'all. Like, don't you always hear those stories of people being married to somebody for like years on years, and it turns out they were like doing some nefarious shit and being like a totally different person? I think that's why we just have to focus on ourselves, you know, take care of your health, take care of us. Just want to stop by and show some love. I'll watch the video later. XOXO. Thanks, Snack Attacks. I really appreciate your love. Just so you guys know, you don't have to say bye. You know, I know it's awkward, so you can just exit out. As long as you say hi and everything, you don't be like, okay, gotta go, I got stuff. Just leave. It's okay. You can leave me. If you want to say bye, that's cool. But I know people are coming in and out of this all the time. Working right across the street, actually, so I might go visit him. He's gonna be pissed I ate pho without him, just so you know. But it's okay, because he makes better pho at home. He's not gonna miss much. Jonathan and I have not been getting along lately. Surprise, the common denominator is me. Oh, you're welcome, Amber. Like, I know marriage is tough, y'all, but damn, I feel like I'd be getting tested. I'm sorry, Elaine. I mean, that's just life, right? You know, I wanted to get married to see what the hell this roller coaster is about. This is the most fucked up roller coaster of all time, and I want to get off. I know, I'm trying. I guess I just don't know how to communicate, y'all. But you know I know how to communicate, because here I am talking to y'all. But you know what? We accept each other, flaws and all. the test. I mean, Elmer, you've been with your forever. Any words of advice? Please share. I mean, it's gonna be 2 years in. Don't do anyone wrong. That's good advice. Good advice, good advice. Dude, Elmer's a vampire too. He hasn't aged. There's like a weird group of people that just like don't age. I forgot what my nickname for you was, but I remember it had something to do with you not aging from the 90s. Lucy. I'm gonna cry. I was just talking about this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your compliments. Talk, 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 and always say I love you, even if you're mad. I'm gonna cry. I'm so glad all y'all are friends for real. That's the community we need around here. But yeah, I just want you guys to know that I truly appreciate you for real. Like all the comments, all the positivity. You know, I'm always gonna try to hang on to that and not focus on the negative ones. Like, there's just too much negative stuff going on in the world. Like, that shit's not invited here. So Elaine and Lucy, you guys are moderators, so you can kick the fat shaming people out. Heck yeah, fuck yeah. But yeah, so we're having pho at one of my favorite restaurants. It's like on the outskirts of the city. When I got here, there was no one here. Now everyone and their mom is here, which is okay because it's always poppin'. I'm actually getting pretty full, and I'm probably gonna say most of this for Jonathan. You be no matter what. Life's too short. It really is. It'd be scaring me sometimes, like how short it is. And I heard that when you get older, it just keeps getting faster and faster, and that's how it feels. But I guess it depends on how you feel on the inside. Because I still feel like I'm 19. Ooh. You've never had pho? You guys have decided. I'm getting balls. Not actual balls, but I'm getting the balls to go out to all the cool places in the Chicagoland area and just vlog it. My issue is I've never been comfortable using a camera. Like, I'm comfortable using my phone, but I got a camera, and we're just gonna go out and do the damn thing. I'm talking. No one can replace Anthony Bourdain, but I'm just saying, like, Anthony Bourdain style, Action Bronson style. Like, we're gonna go get high, and we're gonna go eat. We're gonna go explore the city. Thank you, Lucy. It's all a mental. And I was just talking earlier about how back in the day, I used to just not have the confidence to just go down the street without a full face of makeup. And nowadays, just embracing the naturalness is actually better for you than using all this freaking makeup. Like, you guys, I told you I've always been into like beauty, skincare, everything, and I've tried all the different skincares and like products and whatnot, and all the ones that tell you that it's non-comedogenic, like meaning like it doesn't clog your pores. Every single thing is like terrible for you. Like, I've had so many issues with my skin, my eyes, my lashes, everything. I'm just putting crap on it and then not washing my face when I was younger, you know, falling asleep with your makeup on and stuff. So I say embrace your natural beauty. I'll try, Elmer. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do it for y'all. I'll be like, this one's for Elmer. I'm actually getting full, you guys. See, that's the thing is, like, I don't eat a lot. Like I eat, but I don't eat a lot. I really don't. My stomach is actually very tiny. But yeah, I would like to get back to doing like healthy habits. Like I don't think that it'd be very hard for me to quit smoking marijuana. I quit smoking cigarettes. I've even cut back on drinking a lot. I don't even like need to drink at all. It's just I've never been a fan. But I think when I wasn't smoking was like when I was my healthiest. Because you know, obviously like you get the munchies and like you get a little lazy. A lot of things went down last year, to be honest, and I want to get to a point where I can tell you guys actually what happened, but it was a real test, like Elmer would say, and things just went backwards. I started smoking again, and a lot of that had to do with being at PetSmart. That's when I knew that I wasn't in the right place, when I was just in that environment, and it like made me want to smoke again. I absolutely love the taste of marijuana, but I just don't feel like it satiates me, you know? And that's not good. Do it for Johnny, man. Do it for Johnny. No filters, way to go. I have edibles. Okay, edibles and me, it depends. Either nothing happens or it hits me like a shit ton of bricks and I have an existential life crisis. Also, yeah, it's just a lot of things happen. I think they're just like letting me talk by myself and they like don't even know if I'm done or not, but we'll just sit here and talk until the bill comes. But yeah, this place is cash only. It's super cheap. It'll probably be under $40 to be honest with you, and that's why I really love this place. By the way, there's two girls sitting by me and they're like totally talking. Me talking by myself, but it's okay because they're like 12 and they're not that confident with themselves yet to be able to do this. So let's show them the way. Oh, but yeah, what I was telling you about the concert, right? So the first group of girls who like came by, like I get it. I honestly thought no one was gonna come by us, but the vibe was just weird. Like I really tried to like focus on myself and dance, but like that you could see that like you're like looking at each other and like in the corner of our eyes, and you're just like not the vibe. You know, when other people dance, you dance, you know. And then it took a few people, but then there was a girl who came with her boyfriend or her husband, who looked a lot like Jonathan. And we were both just dancing like in our own world, and like you could feel the vibe shift. So it's like that's what I was trying to tell you guys about like Lollapalooza with like Paco and Catral. It's like if you're just dancing, other people are gonna dance around you. It's hard when other people aren't dancing and like you just want to be yourself, but you're gonna inspire somebody and just dance like no one's watching. Just dance like nobody is watching, and it's tough because I remember at my 23rd birthday, it was one of my birthdays. A lot of people showed up and it was so much fun. And I remember this guy Otis, again, just randomly talking shit. It was like he was like a big brother kind of energy, and he's like, you don't know how to dance. I was like, okay, Odie, you know, who the fuck are you? And then of course he was doing like salsa and everything with this Asian girl Jane and like pulling it off. I'm like, okay, maybe I don't know how to do all that, but I can move to the rhythm of the night. Okay, me talking to nobody. Listen, if you got rhythm, if you got soul, just fucking go, you know? Ooh, you know what, guys? I'm gonna tell you something for the 8 people who are here because you're real ones. And it's like all these things I say that I want to do that I'm like never gonna do, but I'm not letting fear hold me back anymore. Fun fact about me, when I was growing up, I was a huge rollerblader. You know, rollerblading was like huge in the 90s, like huge. And my first screen name was like Rollerblader 465, and like 465 meant like love Lauren forever. And I don't know, I was a fucking weirdo. Like still not a lot has changed. I think about rollerblading and I think about like rollerblade dancing. I know it's crazy, but I can see it. Like even if I don't even do it for the camera, like just doing it for myself. Like you guys see those freaking videos of rollerbladers like dancing, like roller skaters. Now who will come back in this live chat and talk shit about my weight then? I'm just kidding. Yes. Oh my god, I watched this girl. If you guys don't know her, Jezebel, Absolutely Fried podcast. She reminds me so much of myself. She's super relatable. But she's a stoner too, and she's like, you know, when I'm not locked in, I just do this thing and I like go like this. She's like, I don't know why it works, but it just does. So just be doing shit like that. I have dreams, I have goals, I have aspirations. Elaine, LOL. I love that y'all are talking. It's like we're all out to dinner or something. This girl's like on her phone, like not even like. She had the coolest shirt. It was a yin yang of a cat, black and white. I've been thinking about it for a while. Girl, if you can, do it. You know what? Who am I talking to? I'm talking to myself. Okay, I'll start doing it. See, this is why I need to start doing it so that I can inspire you to do it. No more sitting on our fat asses eating food, okay? Just sometimes. Speaking of, kinda hungry again. Oops. I mean, they're not coming for me, so it's like, it's kind of cold though. Like I said, the positive of being married is that Jonathan's gonna eat my leftovers. Like, why did you have pho without me? Because we had to go live. Now we're not sitting on our fat asses eating food anymore, okay? It's so good. Cheers. This is your sign. Just do it. No one's paying attention to me, don't worry. There's you guys. Whoa! Oh my god, you're live! Whoa! I'm trying. It's really uncomfortable. Bye, Elmer. Elmer's the realest one. I swear, he's the realest one. This guy's like, what are you doing? Hello. Oh, you know what? I was like, I think I know that guy, but I don't. Peace, Elmer. So yeah. Rollerblading, food, sharing food with Jonathan. Good night, Elmer. Like, for real. Elmer's really the realest one. Ugh. Oh yeah, but Lucy, you were in the chat earlier, and we had a troll. I can't stand when people are like, you don't look like you should be eating that right now. Probably neither do you. But yeah, I've been trying to like hold on to the things that, like the good things that people say instead of the negative things. But what you eating, girl? I should have kept up with you more. Whoa. Right? It's just so funny because no one that ever looks better than you or in life or is doing better than you is ever gonna troll. You know what I mean? I've never seen somebody better looking than me or better than me in whatever sense put me down. I have one time. Okay? But this bitch, she wanted my man. She had my man. She didn't end up with my man. I was like, was it fun? No, I didn't think so. But yeah, that was the only reason. But she was probably, my friend Kathy said she was the most beautiful girl that she's ever seen. And that's not a lie. I mean, she was pretty, but she was so ugly on the inside that she just, honestly, what's on the inside can really make the outside better or worse. And that goes for the boyfriend I was just talking about, because he was an Abercrombie model. He was gorgeous on the outside. And because he was such the worst person, like, I got probably one of the worst people I've ever known in my life. And he's rich too. That's what gets me. But just I see him now and he just looks physically ugly to me. I haven't seen him in years, but the last time I saw him, I mean, he looked old. He looked the same but with wrinkles. Old. And I looked good, like really, really good. and like real. I made sure, and made sure like the booty was okay. And that was the last time you ever saw me. Aging backwards, that's good vengeance. But yeah, I mean, just physically ugly on the outside because of everything I experienced with him. And then there's some people who are just like butt fucking ugly, like on the outside. And again, beauty's not high of the beholder, because just because I'm not your flavor doesn't mean that I'm not tasty. You know what I mean? Not me, just people in general. But yeah, just because they're not my flavor doesn't mean that it's not somebody else's flavor. But to me, you know, there's been beautiful people that become physically attractive because they're so beautiful on the inside. Night, everyone. Night, 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 Elaine. But yeah, we had pho. You can go back and look at the live again, but I just went like in a whole tangent. And this is the stuff that I love, you know, just like shooting the shit. I figured I'd spend an hour with y'all. It's 5:55. Exactly, what's today's date? Like 2 months ago, and like 3 or 4 days was when I saw Paco and Catral at 5:55. Life-changing, you guys. Oh, just take me back. I'm just so sad. Like, I've never wanted to relive a moment so hard in my life. But you know what? We're just going to continue to do our thing. We're going to continue to go to concerts. We're going to continue to travel the world. I haven't traveled the world in a while, but mostly because I'm scared to fly. But we're going to be doing big things. We're going to be doing big things together, and I want you guys to see it. I want you guys to see it, even if it takes a long-ass time. It's not going to happen overnight. But just doing little things like this is progression. Eating in the corner with y'all at a busy restaurant where I'm being ignored because they're like, this crazy bitch is talking to herself. But yeah, I mean, you guys got to meet my friend Elmer. He's a really, really good family friend. You know, we got to chat, we got to talk, we got to catch up. I mean, do you want to stick around? Do you want to stick around and hear the story about... Oh, it makes me so sick. Like, I really got to get it off my chest, though. Whoa, I'm trying so hard. I'm really trying my best. And I think just in this day and age, at least from my perspective, people are always like wanting like things to happen so fast or like things to change. But for me, I've always been like the tortoise and the hare, you know, I've always been just a little bit slower, but I get there eventually. Did you get, did definitely get it off your chest. All right, I'm gonna start talking to y'all and telling you a little bit about it until she comes with my check, or at least my to-go box, because I haven't gotten that yet. But it's just so many intricacies of all the stuff that has happened. But I was telling you guys a little bit about how I was doing a lot better last year in August when I wasn't smoking. I think that's the biggest thing, was like not smoking, not drinking, like crying baby. Okay, I take back that baby fever. Shit. Poor baby. Pobrecita. Okay. So, as you may know, I've had a lot of jobs throughout my life because I just couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. And I finally hit rock bottom, and I was like, what do I really want to do? Like, what can I see myself really doing? And I was like, I love animals, obviously. Like, I've always wanted to get into dog grooming. I've always wanted to work with animals. Always, always, always. It was just really hard, for me at least, to get through the door. So I finally like broke through, and this was not last August, it was not this last, was it? It doesn't matter the timeline, but thank you. He's like, who are you talking to? He's like, literally thought I was like just talking to the thing that I'm holding. Okay, so last August, I want to say, whatever August it was. Yes, it was last August, because I was doing really well, and then I started working there, and then things just started popping off. But here's the beginning of the story. The very, very beginning. What am I doing? We're packing this to go for Jonathan. So I finally get the in, right? I finally get the in for the interview, and the interview goes relatively well. And I'm gonna call this lady, my main manager, Tina. She was really nice, but there was something about her. You know, you just couldn't quite put your finger on it. Honestly, she reminded me from every girl at the club in like 2012 with like LMFAO, like, what was that song? Every party rock is in the house. Yeah, different times. So it's fine. She gets me the in, right? So I start off as a bather. Fine, cool. At that point, I was what I thought was the only bather. But my very, very first day, I told you guys this before actually. I went into the bathroom and there was a girl who was a bather, because it was like colorism in the sense of like the uniforms. So the bathers wore gray scrubs and the stylists, the people who cut the hair, were black. So you knew who was a bather and who wasn't, or you were supposed to. So there I am in my gray schmuck, killing it in life, just started, and they already think I'm a manager. I don't know why. Maybe I just have that vibe, whatever. But I'm like, no, I'm a bather, whatever. I go in the restroom, and the bather, the second bather, was crying her eyes out. Like, I go in the bathroom, she forgot to lock it, and it was just a single bathroom, and I'm like, oh, oops, I'm so sorry. And she just crying her eyes out, and I was like, that's not a good sign. I knew right then and there that was not a good sign. She quit the next day. Never saw her again. The only other time I saw her was right before I left, when she came back to get her what they call a nail jumble. And she didn't come back for like 8 months that I was there. So I was only there for 8 months. First 2 months were fine because I was the only bather. So I'm getting all the dogs, I'm getting all the tips. But it wasn't very much tips. They don't really tip you a lot, especially as a bather. So as a bather, you don't do haircuts. You just bathe dogs. You bathe them, you clean their ears, you do the nails, everything basic, right? Yeah, you think it's so easy. It's not, especially with the different types of dogs that you get. So everything's kosher. Everything's fine from like August to September, October, like throughout my birthday. But it was already really petty because one of the first things that had happened was before. This was the next thing, and then I'm gonna just end it here. So there was a guy named Nathaniel. I'm not using real names, but he was very inappropriate with like other women there, and they would complain about him, right? Now, what I didn't know at the time was because he only worked weekends, and I didn't work weekends for about a month and a half, like a month. But everybody would talk so much shit about him. I mean, there was like maybe 10 people in the salon, including me, probably like 8. So I really thought that they didn't like this guy because of the way that they would talk about him. And they're like, yeah, you know, he's had so many, he's had a lot of sexual harassment complaints, but they won't let him go. Like, I guess that company is really weird about firing people. So when things started happening with me, I wasn't comfortable. And he was just the type of person that just like didn't get it. So like he would be talking to you, but then like talking to you too much where he just didn't respect the boundaries, and you're like, hey, I'm working, like you're distracting me. So when like everybody was talking about how they like want to get him fired and all this stuff, I was like, okay, now if I had known how the place actually turned out to be, that they were all friends, kiki, woo woo, and that this place had such a hard time firing people, I would have never said anything. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna say something because, you know, that'll be his 3rd or 4th strike, so I'm gonna get this guy fired because he's making us all really uncomfortable. But I didn't tell them that. So I talked to the managers, and they handled it terribly. They, like, first of all, Tina was like, well, did you say anything to him when he called you baby girl? And I was like, no. Like, what was I supposed to say? Like, don't call me that? Like, sure, but he talked so fast, I wasn't be like, oh, wait, can you go back to what you were saying? Like, don't call me that. And I told her, I was like, I've just always been the type of person to just not say anything. Like, that's how I've learned to handle things as a woman, is just ignore things, you know? That was a second red flag, because I could just tell it just felt like she was victim blaming. Or, like, blaming me, you know? Good luck. Okay, watch this. I'm going to spill it everywhere, but hopefully not. Ooh. Skills. That's the skill set. So, you know, they're like, we're going to tell him stuff anonymously. Like, no one's going to know that you said anything, right? What do you think happens next? Well, it was her, and I'm going to say the name Josh. Because Josh was this incompetent manager that I have stories about. Horrible. And he's actually the one that kind of pushed me out a lot. But he would talk. How would he talk? He'd be like, oh, how would he talk? He'd be like, he had like a speech impediment, like really bad. So he obviously had like a complex. He'd be like, Lowen. Yeah, like he would just be like, how was your day? Like just like actually retarded. You know what I mean? And like he had a complex about it. And he was very maniacal. He was very, very, like, not a good person, like, on the inside. But, like, you could tell that, like, somehow he got the position of manager and it just, like, went to his head, you know? But he would be like, are you sure? Oh, did you do that? Oh, did you handle the dogs? And be like, oh, okay, Nolan. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, my God, this fucking whatever. I couldn't stand him. So it was Josh who, first of all, when they told him, like, this is when I started working weekends. So just, like, the timing of it all really triage weird, where eventually the girls, it was, like, mostly Latinas, like me and the Latinas, the way that they set it up, it was Cindy, I'll say her name. We were in a salon one day, and they're like, yeah, I guess somebody told on him. Somebody said something about him. Somebody said that he's, like, sexually harassing people. And, like, the way she said it was, I thought she knew, you know? Like, she was just waiting for me to say something because I was in the room. And I was like, obviously it was me, y'all. Like, who else could it be? But he was really dumb that apparently when Josh was telling him about it, he was like, oh, you said something really inappropriate. And he thought he said, like, in the windows, but he said innuendo. He's like, oh, you're making innuendos. But because he had that weird speech impediment, he thought he was saying, like, someone was complaining about you through the windows, but it was innuendo. So they really thought that, like, he was getting complaints from somebody through the window because we had, like, a see-through window for the customers. And I was like, no, guys, it was me. Like, I'm trying to, like, you know, but then all of a sudden we all started working together on the weekends, and they were, like, besties, like, kiki kaka, like, everything with him. And then all of a sudden, who do you think told him? So yeah, that was my own fault, but at the same time, like, it was one of those things that if I didn't say anything, my face would have made it so obvious, or if I left the room, it would have been obvious. So I believe it was Cindy that instigated it, because she was always like, oh, you know, I'm not the bully, whatever, but she was definitely the instigator. And he just starts giving me the cold shoulder, obviously, like, making things really uncomfortable. But then, like, everybody was, like, super friends with him, like, to his face, but then would talk all this crap about him. So it was, like, major drama from the start. And again, if I had known, or if I had any idea that it was going to be any type of drama like that, I would have never even said anything. I honestly thought they were just going to fire him or actually write him up. And to this day, I don't even think that they wrote him up for conduct or anything, which is ironic because at the end, they tried to write me up for conduct for trying to have some self-respect for myself and put down boundaries. So really where things started to go left was when basically the whole sexual harassment thing got blown up in my face, and they, like, ostracized me, and then were, like, friending Nathaniel. So that's when it started to get weird. So for the most part, it was fine because I only saw him on the weekends, and I had asked Tina, I'm like, can I just not work weekends? Like, well, you're the only bather, so you have to work at least, you know, one weekend. And that's where we're going to leave it for now because I got to go pay the bill. But that's kind of where I messed up there. And it all happened for a reason because I did not want to be a part of that environment anyway. But thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We've been here for quite some time. I hope you enjoy the replay, and I can't wait to do this again with y'all soon. To be continued.